Preeti.
Yes.
Oh, cool. So today, as yesterday discussed, today we are going to start a new chapter, and that is insert tab. So this is
Okay.
the insert tab, and this is very interesting and very useful. Uh, so there are a lot of analysis is required in insert tab, or maybe you have to think out of the box. Sometime you have to uh, you have to make sure whatever you are doing is correct. That whatever you are doing that may have impact to some other things. So that's everything you need to consider when you're working with the insert tab, or when you are working with the especially with the data, because the
Mm-hmm.
insert tab is all about pure table, pure chart. So the pure chart and pure table, you have to if you want to be attractive, or maybe your pure chart should have attractive, then you need to do a lot of analysis, lot of
Mm-hmm.
investigation, and then that would become attractive pure table or pure chart. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so in that case, do you know, did you work before on the pure table?
I have,
Okay.
but not in detail, but I think, I mean, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Okay.
What do you mean by putting into pivot table?
Yeah, into the pure table. The data,
Mm.
this is the data, right? And we are putting into
Yeah,
the pure table. So
yeah.
what will that create? And what would be uh, uh, what actually we
Mm-hmm.
are doing in the we are putting into pure table means what actually we are doing in that.
Mm, mm, uh, Mostly we can use it for analysis, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
different, yeah, that's what I know about pivot.
Okay, okay, no issues. So the actually what we are doing here when we putting
Mm-hmm.
into the pure table, actually we are creating
Okay.
summary of the data. So whatever I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
here, or whatever I can see here, the data till 1100 row, so that I can
Yeah.
see within few rows, right? Within, like, we are just creating we are just summarizing the data whatever we have in the large amount of rows.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the main purpose of the pure table when we are using. So we
Mm-hmm.
are summarizing the data.
Okay.
Data. So that is the main purpose. Summarizing means what? So as I said, if I want to showcase like division wise, for example,
Mm-hmm.
here I have central, east, north, south, west. So these are my divisions, and I want to showcase my quantity division wise. So now what I have to do, if I want to check what is the central division quantity. So I have to filter, and I have to select these all things, and I can see here what is the average, what is the count, what is the sum. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do the same thing for other, so that may take time. And if I go for east, so I can again, I have to do the same thing, and I have to do the same thing here as well. So that is the reason. So this particular chapter is very important, because
Mm-hmm.
this is utilized across management level, not
Okay.
at the lower level, because the management level is always prefer to see the data in summary. So they don't have that much time to go ahead and filter the data and check the what is the price, what is the quantity,
Mm-hmm.
total sales, and those all things. So they don't have that
Mm-hmm.
much time. So they
Okay.
simply want to see what is the east reason, how much that sales we have say sold out last month or last year, or maybe whenever.
Mm.
So that's all they need. So
Mhm.
that is the reason what we have to do as a the person, as a business analyst, or not business analyst, as a business intelligence like BI role, or maybe
Mhm.
the person who is playing a role of data analytics in the team. So what he
Nice.
has to do, he has to create some output out of the data, and he has to showcase the data in summary view to the management, and
Mhm.
they can easily understand like how the trend is going by when I'm talking about sales, how that sales is trending month by month. So how can we do better? So they can just see the data, or see the graph, or see the table, and they can decide whatever they want to do. So that is the main purpose. And as I said, this is used across all the management level. So you have to think twice, thrice. What we are showing, is that correct, or what we are putting the parameters, are those valid, or you have to question a lot of things yourself, and then you would get to one of the conclusion, like, yeah, this is the right way, or maybe this is the data
Mhm.
important to the management, or maybe if you are not getting it, what actually I have you have to showcase, then you obviously have that scope to go ahead and check with the person who wanted the pivot table or pivot chart, like what are you expecting out of this data. So they can tell you like, I want manager wise price, total sales, like,
Mhm.
so then you would go by that direction. But yeah, so there are a lot of scopes to put your logic into it, or put your analysis, and to do investigation, or to ask question yourself, or the data holder, or maybe the manager, or maybe whatever maybe. So there are a lot of scopes here. So there is nothing like specific, like this is the way you have to do pivot table, or this is the way you have to do the pivot chart. But
Mhm.
yeah, so there is always scope, so you can do as you want. So there is no limitations, like there is no such a formula, like if the formula is if, then you have to only you have to write like if, and then you have to start. Not like that in the pure table or pure chart, you can start anyway. So there is no such limitations. So that is the reason there are a lot of investigation, and lot of you can say the logic you have to put, or you can do whatever you want to do in the data.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the scope. So main at the end we are summarizing the data. So this part is the last part of the. So before summarizing the data, as you mentioned here, we have to do analysis. Okay,
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
have to do analysis means what? So here the analysis means, is your data correct? So
Yeah.
that's where you have to start from, that analysis. So you have to uh, ask yourself, or maybe ask whosoever is responsible for that data. So is the data source or data is correct? Is very important. Or maybe you can consider number of data sources.
Okay.
Sometimes what happens, some data is coming from SAP, some data is coming from Excel, some data coming from Oracle.
So,
Hmm.
quick question here. Now you said we have to check if the data source or data is correct, right? So can
Correct.
we clean that data in the pivot table itself, or we have to clean it first and then create a pivot table on it?
Yeah, yeah, we have to clean first, and then we have to go to pivot table. So
Oh, okay.
okay, so after that data, you can say load. Data load is the concept. You can say. So did you heard about ETL in recently?
Yes.
Okay. Extract, load, and transform. So this is the long form of ETL. So this is the data load. Load is actually the the last part of the this ETL. Okay, so I would say here extract. Extract is nothing but these two part, like is the data is correct or number of data
Mm-hmm.
sources, and we are getting the data into pivot.
Okay.
So this is um, okay. So the extract actually let's okay. So getting the data into pivot. So that is the one, and then so when I say okay, load is the last uh, extract, transform, and load.
And load. Yeah.
Okay, so load is last. So as I said, this is to is getting into the table or data in our pivot. So that is the reason extract means where we are getting the data and what is the sources, and the transform is data cleaning. Data
Mm-hmm.
cleaning. So the data cleaning definition is simply we are see the data cleaning. The first question you can ask is our data in correct
Mm-hmm.
format.
Okay.
Correct format. Format means as you said you can see. So this can be number format. If I go to the number format here,
Mm-hmm.
so you can see whether your data is in correct format. So that is the main question you have to do. Then is all the columns which we required are available in the data. So that is
Mm-hmm.
another question. Any column need to split. Split means so if you want to split the columns, like for example, here week hyphen 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
if you want to keep like numbers in another column, and if you want to keep only the text in this the other, like like if you want to split number versus text,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to keep both are in separate column, then so there, that's where this question will occurs. Like, is any column need to be split? Needed to be
Okay.
split. Okay. The fourth one is any columns need to, you can say concat, or maybe
On
you can
cat.
say or merge. Okay.
Okay. And this is all
So
part of data cleaning only still
yeah,
we are
yeah,
talking
data
about.
cleaning. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So the fifth one is any call sale, or maybe any sale is empty.
Mm-hmm.
Six is any sale has error value. Okay. Seven is our data has headers. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after that is our data.
And Rajkumar, how do you do the data cleaning? I mean, if there is loads and loads of data.
Yeah, yeah. So that's where these are the points. You have to ask these questions to the data. Is our data is correct? So this is
Mm-hmm.
how you can clean the data. To this particular column, is the column is in correct format.
Yeah.
So if you see, now you can see here, if, when I'm talking about date column, you can ask yourself, is this column is in date format? No, right?
Mm-hmm. No.
So these are number now. You can see a number.
Yeah.
And how do
Yeah.
you identify whether this is in correct format or not? Go to home and check in the number formatting here. So it is
Okay.
saying general.
General.
So you
Yeah. It
can
should be
just go
date.
to transform this into the date format. So that is the
Oh,
data
okay.
cleaning.
Okay. So that's how you have to do it.
If I go ahead and check here the quantity, this is what is the data format of this. This is general. Is this general? No, this is number format. So you can go ahead and
Yeah.
change to the number format. So
Mm-hmm.
if I go to this price is what is this general? No. So what can be the format of this?
Dollar or
Yeah, dollar or
price.
rupees, correct.
Yeah.
So I can go ahead and change to the currency or accounting currency most probably
Mm-hmm.
like this. Total
Okay.
sales. Again, this is numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So number, I can say number like this. So you have to, and all others, these are all text. So I can select
Mm-hmm.
this all in one go, and I can formulas. Formulas are
Yeah.
okay, but only uh, the formula shouldn't have the error value or error result.
Okay. Error.
So
Okay.
yeah,
But we can't include formulas in pivot table, right?
yeah, we
Because
can
that is
include.
already we can include. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So is there any prefix or suffix is required? Is any column need to create? I have this many data. So this is my
Mm-hmm.
data now. And if I go ahead and check, as we said, the first one we have already covered where the data is correct format, and we have just corrected everything in the correct format, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we have cleaned up this particular point. And as I said, flash fill. Flash fill is there, so you can use flash fill. Simply click last name
Mm-hmm.
and go to home tab and go to fill. Here is the flash fill.
Okay.
Or you can go to the data here text to column. After text to column, you can see here
Mm-hmm.
flash fill.
Mm-hmm.
Click here flash fill. So you can see all of what extracted.
Oh, okay, okay.
But the
But how did
problem
it
is,
understand that you have to take it from now? Suppose if there
yeah.
was one more column
Mhm.
with which had n in the first row.
Yeah, that's where the flash fill is disadvantage. So we are going
Yeah.
to talk about the advantage and disadvantage of flash fill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk when we start with data tab, flash fill, and text to column.
Mm-hmm.
But as of now, so there are a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
advantage and disadvantage of flash fill too. So,
Mm-hmm.
but here the first advantage, disadvantage, as you said, if there are multiple columns starting with n or ending with n,
Mm-hmm.
so this may be fail. The same way when I'm doing here text to call flash fill, so what it does, it is extracting, but it is keeping here itself. Like
Okay.
it is not deleting from the full name. It is just
Okay.
extracted. So
Okay.
so
Mm-hmm.
that is also a disadvantage. Again, we have to rework. We have to do rework to remove from the first name.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 2016 any version of Excel if you have, so you
Mm-hmm.
can use this data and you can directly go to data and here the option from table or range. Click this, so it
Okay.
would take you to the query editor. So it is creating first in table and it is take you to the query editor. So this is Excel query editor. You can see
Mm-hmm.
Power Query Editor, but this is Excel Power Query Editor.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll see this later when we talk about the data tab most of the time. So
Mm.
yeah,
Okay.
So that is the another way, and that is the advanced level, advanced thing, which we don't had before 2016 version of Excel, but after 2016 you can have that option to do something differently or do some advanced level transformation of your data or cleaning your data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we are done with merging. Merging is using only formula, or you can use using formula or using query editor, Power Query Editor.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is very simple. Is any cell empty? It's very simple. So if you select all the data and
Mm-hmm.
go to home and go to spatial and click on blanks.
Okay.
So you would get to know that how many blanks are there. Currently,
There.
no cells were found. So that
Okay.
is the reason nothing is there. So
Mm-hmm.
the first, go to home, go to find and select, and then go to spatial. The shortcut
Okay.
of this is Control G and Alt S. I think you can just, I don't know what is the shortcut in the Mac,
Mac.
but
Yeah.
go
It will be
to,
command. Alt is usually command, I
okay,
guess.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Control plus G is shortcut of
Okay.
go to special. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So when I do Control G, I would go to here. You can
Mm-hmm.
see go to, and uh, you can see underscore here in the sorry, underline for yes, right? It
Mm-hmm.
means you can use Alt S now.
Okay.
Go to, this is shortcut of
Mm-hmm.
go to, and Alt plus yes is shortcut of go to special.
Let me
So
see what I get. So command plus S is no. Alt plus S is shortcut. Instead of alt, what should I be using? I don't think command is
okay,
working.
no issues. Can you go? Are you able to go
Control plus
to?
G. One second. I'll say control plus G.
Yeah, that I
Yeah,
can
control
see.
plus G is go to.
Okay, then so then
Go to special will be control plus. No, I'll try control plus S. What it is? No, control plus S nothing. Command plus S nothing. Only
there is,
control plus G is giving me this go
okay,
to.
Alt. There is no Alt button on your keyboard.
No.
Okay, then no issues. After Control G, you can manually click on yes, special.
Okay. Because
Okay.
when I type control S, then it is getting saved. So basically there is
Yeah, yeah, correct.
yeah.
Alt S is the shortcut key to go to special. So
Mhm.
Control S is always getting saved the data.
And
Normally
even
see it.
command that I'm using, which usually we
Mm-hmm.
use instead of alt,
Mm-hmm.
that is also
Okay, okay.
saving. That is also
Oh,
not giving me special.
correct, correct. No issues. Then you
Yeah.
can use the
Hmm.
manual options.
Okay.
Okay. So that's how you can check is any cell has error
Hmm.
value. Simply, as I said, if you have any formulas here, for example, this
Hmm.
into let's say this one, and I accidentally put again this one.
Hmm.
Uh, okay, like this. So this is okay. Something is going wrong. Okay, product. Let me see the product. Number one, and I just have this. Okay, still it is calculating. Okay, interesting. Hmm. Okay. So this
Mm-hmm.
is coming in error. So you have to check. So is there any error value? So for example, if I go to spatial, I don't see is there any like formula has error, or maybe I don't
Mm-hmm.
see that option here, right? So
Okay.
you can
Yeah.
see your formula, and if you see here error,
Mm-hmm.
so you can uncheck this, and wherever we have error, so it will go like take me to that
Okay, to
cell.
take you to that tab. Oh, sorry, cell. Okay,
Yeah. Correct.
got
So
it.
that's how you can
Mm-hmm.
check, and you can rectify before loading it to the pivot table.
Okay.
Yeah. So headers are very easy. So if you have all the column headers in correct format, so
Mm-hmm.
that or maybe headers are important. If it is not, then you have to add.
Okay.
Is there any prefix or suffix required? Or maybe I would take first this. This is a, this can be 9.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
is any column needed? Need need to need to add in the data set. So that's this question.
Another question.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
as I said, I want to see the weekly data, but I don't have the weekly column in the original data source, right? So I have to
Mm-hmm.
create that like weekly.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And if I want to see week number, so you can use using formulas. You can use week number, and this is date.
Okay.
Select, and you can get the week number like
Mm-hmm.
this.
Okay.
And as I said, you can have this. You have created so using formula. So I can just add there. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, you can create the formula using you can create the column using formula or Power Query editor.
Okay.
So I just use formula here, and after that, if I want to add any prefix or suffix, means if I want to add any pre-word to this particular, then I can simply concatenate, and I said week prefix I'm adding here
Mm-hmm.
week like this, and I'm closing the formula, and I'm adding the prefix like this.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where
Mm-hmm.
you can just see. Okay, so that's how
Yeah.
there are many. There can be a different technique or different things. Depend on the cases
Mm-hmm.
or depend on the scenarios which you have to do cleaning. But as of
Mm-hmm.
now, as per this data, we got to know there are 9 things we have to do as a part of data analysis or data
Okay.
cleaning.